Firedrums fam, this is Vanessa Fae here with a tutorial for the single fingertip balance. I really love this balance because it's so versatile with all the transitions you can do to other balances and movement while balancing. Yet it's a relatively easy one to pick up on its own, and it works with several objects. You first want to create bodily stability because firm muscles make for easier balance. So plant your feet about shoulder width apart. You want your arm at or under a 90-degree angle right in front of your face with your fingers straight up and firm. With your arm any higher, it's less stable, so harder to balance. Finally, you want to think about contracting your core and the muscles that support your finger just as you begin the balance. These include your lats, shoulder, bicep, and forearm muscles. Keeping these muscles engaged will make the balance a lot easier. Next, like for all object balances, you want to start with having a fixed point to stare at on your object, lined up to the highest point of the object you can see. For a hoop, your connector works great, or you can make a mark that's easy to see or add a small piece of tape. For a club, pick the highest point. For a square, pick the top of the highest corner. Always, the point you pick should be lined up so that it forms an invisible straight line from your elbow to your wrist, to your finger, to the gazing point. Deviating from that makes the balance harder. So take a moment to prep this right. So start the balance by placing your object on your finger, contract the muscles that I mentioned, gaze hard at your point like it's your everything, and then actually more or less balance the object on your finger with the other hand. So you start with it as close to how it'll be balanced on its own as possible. Then lightly release the object, remembering to maintain your body position and muscle tension. As you balance, think about making as small of adjustments as possible. Every adjustment has an opposite counter adjustment to get back to balance, so dramatic movements make it harder to recover. So keep calm and remember to breathe. The overall goal with balance should be that your feet stay planted. What you're drilling for is the adjustments to come from small movements in your finger and arm, not from following the object by moving your feet. The one exception I'd say is at the very beginning, when you don't really have a sense of what your balance is, you can take some reps where you try to maintain the balance as long as you possibly can, even if you do have to move your feet, just to feel the balance for longer. But your goal is to stay planted, so that's what you should mainly drill. Every second of added balance is an accomplishment, so make sure you film your practice so you can give yourself kudos for getting longer balances. And drill. It'll feel like no progress until suddenly it feels like progress. Then enjoy playing around with this. You can move your arm to different positions. You can transfer to other fingers, to face balances, from face balances. There's lots of possibilities. So it's really fun. Anyway, hope you enjoyed my finger balance tutorial and hope to see you guys at Firedrums.